Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're taking a look at the best of James. Now before we get started, I would like to apologize in advance. My allergies have been kicking in a lot recently, so my voice doesn't sound up to par as it normally would. So if you're wondering why my voice sounds weird, that's why. I didn't just want to skip a week and not give you guys any content. I want to give you guys as much content as I can, even if I am sick. So I'm hoping it'll be better by next week. I don't know. So, apologies for that. If you don't want to listen anymore, I understand. But if you want to stick around and watch the video, thank you. So let's get started here. This was released onto DVD and VHS March 5th of 2002. This was the last of the Best of collection for about another year until Best of Gordon was released around the tail end of 2003. Don't know why they waited a whole year, but oh well. So let's take a look at this. We got our good old friend James down there. He's just vibing. This is also the first time that Thomas hasn't been in a video in forever. Yeah, Thomas has never not been in a video, but it's all about James this week, so yay! I'm sure Thomas will reappear next week, but oh well. So we got that gold border from Best of Thomas. We got you can't really see mine that well, but it says Collector's Edition right there. Thomas and Friends, Best of James. There's that cartoon James. I actually kind of like the James. Probably looks the best out of the three. I don't really like the face, though. The face is a bit creepy. And then DVD. Yeah, I actually got this at a comic book store, I believe. Yeah, a comic book store, excuse me, in Wisconsin. And I don't live in Wisconsin. I live in Michigan. I got it almost a year ago on vacation, so that was kind of fun that I got that. It was the last Best of DVD that I needed, so that was pretty awesome. Now, it does look pink on the side here, but I can assure you that it is red. It looks kind of pink. Looking off camera here. I'm sure they intended on it being red, but mine's probably just a little bit faded, but that's okay. Collector's Edition, James with the yellow circle, DVD, Thomas, Best of James, Ghislaine, Anchor Bay, all the normal stuff that we usually get. Don't know why I had to say it in a weird voice. Yeah, James has arrived on DVD with trainloads of features and fun. That's from James Goes Buzz Buzz, and that's from Old Iron. That makes sense because both of these stories are on here, so good on you, Anchor Bay. You got them all right. And these are our episodes. I'm not going to read the bonus features. Maybe I will on the inside when we look at the booklet, but I'm not going to really look at them anymore or talk about them anymore. But we got A Proud Day for James, James in a Mess, Old Iron, No Joke for James, James Learns a Lesson, Percy James and the Fruitful Day, James Goes Buzz Buzz, and Time for Trouble. All pretty good stories. I actually really like Old Iron and James in a Mess and James Goes Buzz Buzz. The other ones are okay, I suppose. Yeah, it's basically the same layout as the Best of Thomas, but it's red and themed around James now. It's also a bit of a different case, too. We'll see that on the inside, but this is your more stock standard case. But here, there's a little place where you can put your finger and then lift it up like that. Whereas nowadays, we just press it down there, but that's really stiff. Like, I can't even push that in, so gotta lift it out like that. But there's the disc. Excuse me. I did not mean to voice crack there. I've also got kind of a headache for some reason. I don't know why, but the back of my head and behind my eyes really hurts for some reason. Don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to get tested for a new species or something. I don't know. Probably not. But here's the booklet. It's exactly the same as the front of the DVD. It's just less shiny. Come on, open it. There we go. There we go. Discover the Magic and Joy of James on DVD. Cool, man. Oh, here are our songs. If they had waited couple of months, I could have put James the Really Splendid Engine on here, but they didn't. Oh, well, that's okay. And it's the same layout as the Best of Thomas. We just don't have the same content, which is pretty awesome. It's cool that they didn't just cheapen out on it. And also, this doesn't line up here. Like, the bottom of the circle, like, look at this. The bottom of the circle lines up. Oh, you can't really see that. The bottom of the circle lines up, but the top and the flag, no. These are talking about all the different kinds of characters you'll find in Sodor, where you got Thomas and James, Airborne, Roadway, fat people that go to McDonald's, cranes, tractors, and boats. Sorry about that, folks. Just had to cough really quick. Don't worry, I don't have COVID or anything, so don't go berating me in the comments. But, this is what we got on the inside here. We got, this is a pretty popular image. They use this all throughout the 2000s. It's kind of cool, I guess. It's pretty nostalgic for me. But you got stuff talking about the farm, the harbor, the station. I'm not going to read all this because that's a waste of time. The sky. Excuse me. The quarry. Let me take a drink of water really quick. Sorry about that. You got the viaduct and you got the road. Doesn't look like a road though. Roads are supposed to have stripes, right? I don't know. It's weird Sodor logic. There's that same Day Out with Thomas. Day Out with Thomas. I don't know why I said it in a British accent. Day Out with Thomas ad from last week. Yeah, last week. Forgetting the time period. Oh, look at this. Get ready for all new Thomas and Friends stories on VHS and DVD this fall. They're advertising or teasing Salty Secret in the season 6 releases. That's really cool. The original classic Railway Adventures. Okay, you gotta put like a comma after that because that's not grammatically correct. But this is a little ad for the Railway series, which is pretty cool. This is when I believe this is when they reformatted the books to be like really bad. But then they put them back, which is nice. And then here's the back. Oh, silly me, of course. I was like, why is Make Someone Happy advertised on here? But these are released on the same day, so cool there. But these are all the different, interesting how they called them videos back in the day, but we just call them VHSs now. Like, you're watching a video now, you're not watching a VHS, but, these are different VHSs you can get. And yeah, that's all for the Best of James. So like every release, we gotta do a bit of fixing up, so I'm gonna take the case here. Gotta do a bit of changing up on the stories, so gonna keep the same consistency with the Best of Thomas and keep all of James's Railway series stories on here. So we have James learns a lesson, and I'm gonna put Troublesome Trucks on here because that's an important part of the story. Of James's story, excuse me. And Keep a Proud Day for James as well. So that's James's Railway series book done. We got James in a Mess, gonna keep that on there. That's a classic story. Old Iron, that's a great one too. More of an Edward episode, but I guess James is more of the main character. No Joke for James. You got three, or not three. You probably have multiple James episodes in season 3 that I can't think of. But of the 3, I'm gonna keep 2 on here. I don't hate Time for Trouble, but that's more of a Toby episode, so we're gonna keep No Joke for James on there, and James Goes Buzz Buzz because that's a classic story. Excuse me. And then since this was released, in 2002, when season 5 was still being put out on I think one of my trees fell over. Oops. Since this is around the season 5 time, I'm gonna put James in the Trouble with Trees on here now. I know that's redundant. I just actually realized that now that it'll show up on the very next release, Make Someone Happy, but you know what? It's alright. But yeah, that's my ideal setup for the Best of James. Those are what I believe to be the best James stories. The Fruitful Day one, that's more about Percy story, but oh well. And then if they did want to wait, until like September, October to release this. And they could have put the James song on there, but they didn't want to, but that's alright. So that's going to be it for the Best of James. Pretty good selection of stories they got on here. Not a whole lot that need to be changed. I just like when things are in order so they make sense, instead of putting James learns a lesson like after all of the episodes, but it's still pretty cool. And I also like to point out that they actually put pretty cool transition shots between the episodes. And like a little intermission, so I just thought that was kind of cool instead of putting the name boards in after every single episode. But that's going to be it for this episode. I really enjoyed doing this, even though I was sick, and even though my head started to kind of hurt, and my voice started to go out halfway through the recording. I still enjoyed doing this. But I'm going to go and rest and prepare for Make Someone Happy next week. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next week with Make Someone Happy.